So I got to ask you this because you obviously Steubenville, you're an Ohio Valley guy.
Yeah.
Uh, what is it? What is it about the Ohio Valley? Number one, I swear everybody there is related to each other, and that's more of a joke, but I kid, but oh my gosh, I think everybody's cousins. And then what is it about the pride? Oh my gosh, it's just this huge pride that comes out of that area. Everybody that comes out of that area, number one's related or knows each other, and then they have a story, a prideful story to tell. What is it about that area of the state?
When you come from, I would say it's from Zanesville on, all the way until you reach the West Virginia PA border. When you come from that area, there's just something about us. I don't see it being in Central Ohio for as long as I've been here since 2003. You just don't see that grit that kids from the Ohio Valley have, and in particular Steubenville. We just have a walk about us. We just have that confidence about us. I never went to Steubenville Big Red myself, but it's just but I was born there, I was raised there, and it's just you have just a demeanor about yourself that goes, I'm from Steubenville, we're badasses.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what we have. And I mean, just from the coaching staff to the teachers, we all have that Ohio Valley pride. And I mean, I was just actually talking to one of the assistant coaches. I coached with Tom Jones, and I said, dude, we need to head out east. I said, we're doing, 1-day tournaments here. Out there, it's 2-day tournaments. Out there, it's grinding the first day and then grinding the second day. And I said, it's just something out there that, us Valley boys, not the California Valley, the grit, from the mountains.
Yeah.
We're just a different breed. And I mean, and the person to attest to that I can think of is my brother Danyasha. He was just so determined to be the best. And funny story, he's a great storyteller. If there's one person you need to talk to on storyteller, it's him. He tells a story about how they were at, I believe at Bel Air tournament back in the day. And, he was just a focused person. He wouldn't talk to anybody. He'd go to the tournament, he'd be focused on what he was doing. But at the same time, like, I know the term wasn't back then, but he had fanboys. He had, fanboys that would go, oh my God, it's Danyasha. Yes, oh God, oh, can you sign this? And they want to talk to him. And he was just like, and his teammates were like, leave him alone. Don't mess with him. And, and the teammates would be like, oh no, he's like, oh no, it's cool. And he's like, no, leave him alone. And, he would look over and he said a couple choice words I'm not going to say here, but it was just like, that's just the mentality that we have coming from Steubenville, coming from the Ville, what we like to call it, of just, we're focused, we're in, and, and it's going to be a fight.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've seen that at the next level. We don't have to name all the names, but kind of an overachieving kind of surprise. It probably doesn't surprise you, but when you look at some of the names that are now wrestling at the next level, mm-hmm. It's like, well, where'd this kid come from? Well, even being a follower of Central Ohio wrestling, yeah. We would wrestle Steubenville. We would wrestle those Valley teams in some of the bigger tournaments. And those kids are always good and always placing and mm-hmm. contending, but then they go off to NC State or Cleveland State and they're like, wait a minute, where are these kids coming from? It's like,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. And I mean, and the area we have, I believe, one of the toughest tournaments in the country with the OVAC. That's a 3-day tournament. There's not too many 3-day tournaments that, you have to, other than the state tournament, that you grind on the first day and then you got to grind on the second day. And then, if you make it, you got to push it out in a tough finals match or, a tough even placing match just to do it. So, I mean, having that tournament there, and I believe back when I was there, I graduated in 2001, you had just you had Ohio teams and West Virginia teams. Now they've added a couple PA teams. Now they've added, further down south in West Virginia with Parkersburg in them. And now it's like a real big grind because, it's adding more teams and, it's a 32-man tournament. And it's just, it shows to me the winner of or placers in the OVAC, they're going to place that state in Ohio. Mm-hmm. To me, that's just facts of the toughness that we have to grind out for 3 days straight. When we get to the state tournament, hey, we've been here already. We've
Right.
done this before, you know, and that's kind of the mentality that, you know, that we all have, is that, you know, once we get to there, state tournament's a cakewalk.
Right. Yeah, those tournaments are so huge for all the programs, and like you said, you want to expose the Sale Stallions to that kind of stuff. I'm sure
Yeah.
Coach Palmer does too.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, the last couple of years, due to COVID, we haven't had the
Yeah.
the track record of being able to have those big tournaments, or they get canceled or whatever.
Mhm.
So hopefully, knock on wood, we're back on track for all that kind of stuff. So